Sir, there were a lot of reports during the plebiscite of, well, some, I'm not saying all MILF, but some elements of the MILF using strong arm tactics to push a yes result during the plebiscite. And apparently they got it, to the surprise of a lot of people. Did that happen? What really happened on the ground? And what's going to be the significance of this on the entire democratic process that will, from now on, involve the MILF?
Again, we have to understand that the peace process was structured in such a way that, you call them rebels and they have not been decommissioned yet, were able to participate directly in the campaign, no? And in the plebiscite itself. No?
Should they have been allowed?
That's should have they been allowed? Well, I think the authorities have determined that it might be good for them to already be participating. But as I've said, the language of revolution or rebel groups may not necessarily be already the language of democracy. No? That's why you have a decommissioning normalization process where you mainstream them. Teach them that this is the political arena, no? But don't lose your ideals. Now you push that in this parliamentary process.
They won't lose. They might not lose their ideas, but I'm curious about that normalization process, the decommissioning, and also to what Ed started out with, the strong arm tactics. Whatever strong arm tactics means at this point in time, as people have said, look, it's happened, and it must have been a factor. But I'm curious about, if you follow that logical path of normalization, decommissioning, what happens to that leverage? What happens to the strong arm tactics, if any, at the end of the day for the MILF?
There is part of the normalization process is the granting of amnesty, to the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. No? So that means that they will now work within the ambit of our democratic system, rule of law. No? So no, they'll be subject to the same laws as we are subject, to the Philippine laws. No? So what is important now is there is this environment, where the political climate should be welcoming to these political ideals, while at the same time, rebels should be able to accept the rules of the game, right? So, and that would require some time, to develop.